Question number 2, Katrina Shanks.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. To the Minister for Economic Development, what specific action has he taken since becoming Minister for Economic Development?
Mr Speaker, I've undertaken a number of actions.
Order. I don't know whether my question is in front of me is wrong, but that was a rather different question from what I was expecting the member to be asking.
Apologies, Mr Speaker.
Katrina Shanks.
Thank you, Mr Speaker.
Question number 2.
To the Minister for Economic Development, what specific actions has he taken since becoming Minister for Economic Development to secure the New Zealand film industry?
The Honourable Gerry Brownlee.
Mr Speaker, I've undertaken a number of activities to secure the film industry in New Zealand. I've been looking closely at the capacity constraints that will hold back the expansion of this industry in New Zealand. I've examined closely the commercial motivations of the major studios to bring productions to New Zealand. I've helped bring the parties together to update the guidelines for the Pink Book, something that had never happened since the Australian Union showed up in 2005. And I have had ongoing discussions with New Line Cinemas and Warner Brothers, and over the past couple of days it's been my privilege to assist the Prime Minister to bring those talks to a successful conclusion, which will ensure the 2 mega-budget Hobbit movies will be formed in New Zealand. That will lead to further expansion of our already $2.8 billion screen production industry.
Katrina Shanks.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. Supplementary to the Minister. What benefit will New Zealand gain from hosting the production of the 2 Hobbit movies?
Honourable Gerry Brownlee.
Mr Speaker, the Hobbit movies are some of the most expensive films ever produced anywhere in the world. And the majority of that expenditure, Mr Speaker, will be in the New Zealand economy. The promotional value of those movies is also obvious to any New Zealander. The Lord of the Rings has become part of our national identity. In addition, we've formed a long-term strategic partnership with Time Warner Group that will work for us in assisting to promote New Zealand's trade, tourism and creative industries.
The Honourable Trevor Mallard.
Is he rethinking his view that spending $140,000 a year on relationship-building exercises around the Oscars is a waste of money, contrasting that with the $33 million extra and the loss of sovereignty that his neglect of the relationship has resulted in?
The Honourable Gerry Brownlee.
Well, Mr Speaker, I don't think it would have mattered how many expensive Trevor Mallard-style cocktail parties we'd held in Los Angeles. The fact is that the moment that an Australian union decided that they were going to engage in industrial actions in this country, this film was in trouble.
The Honourable Trevor Mallard. Order. I've called the Honourable Trevor Mallard.
Has he seen the email from Stephen Carroll, the Vice President of Warner Brothers Pictures, of the 18th of October, their time, referring to the solution that had been reached at a meeting that he, Mr Brownlee, chaired on the 14th?
The Honourable Gerry Brownlee.
Mr Speaker, I don't know what the gentleman was talking about. There were no solutions that related to the Hobbit reached on the date the member quotes.
Question number 3, the Honourable David Cunliffe.